Park, the home of Portsmouth FC. I'm joined by former professional footballer who used to play here, David Birmingham. How are we doing, Dave?
I'm very well. Are you, boy?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good man.
So, obviously, we're always going to be referred to as the former footballer, but let's forget the footballer. You're now a 2-0 unbeaten lightweight prospect. I say prospect at 34 years old. Dave, coming into your third fight, coming back to Portsmouth to fight, how are you feeling ahead of your third fight?
I feel good, real good. Glad to be back at Pompey. Got a lot of following in Portsmouth, obviously playing for Portsmouth when I did. A lot of people like to come along and watch, so I'm really looking forward to it. Training's gone really well. Just roll on, get in there, and let's get this 3-0 and get this one out there.
So obviously, I mentioned you obviously turning late to turn professional boxing, but purely because obviously I guess your football took up the main part of your years when you could have been fighting, or?
Yeah, well, when I was younger, I did box and play football both at the same time. Then I got offered to go and play for Bournemouth at a young age, and I went to a game one day with a black eye, and they said, look, you either box or you play football, and a persuasive dad told me I'm better at football than boxing, so I've done that and then followed the path, become professional, but now I've got a chance to go back and turn it all around and box.
So obviously, again, many people may not know that obviously you boxed as a youngster.
Yeah.
13 years old, I think you started boxing, had a few amateurs as well.
Yeah.
Is it a case of boxing's always been there for you, Dave? Is it a case that you always trying to pull you back?
I've always followed my boxing. I've always enjoyed my boxing, going to the shows, local ABAs, anything I can watch on TV. But now I've got offered to do the Oakley Waterman Foundation, which was a charity boxing show. Gavin Jones, I got with Gavin Jones, Michael Ballingall, jumped on that, boxed and just brought the buzz back really, being around the gym, being in the ring, the thrill of getting punched, as silly as it sounds, the training, the discipline, which is the main thing. Yeah, just drove me back into it, and I ain't looked back since, and that was about 18 months ago now.
I know, obviously, you've got a big following in Portsmouth. I know your first fight was obviously down here in Portsmouth, and it brought a great crowd. Then obviously went up to London again, brought a big crowd up to London as well. Is it a crossover? You've got some fans that used to follow you in football, then obviously, is now following you in boxing at the same time?
Do you know what? It's great with football. I think we spoke about it in the press conference about the camaraderie in Portsmouth, and since I've played with Bognor, Gosport, local sides. And I've got people come down from Bognor to watch me, people come down from Staines to watch me where I've played against lads. So whoever I've played football with, they've all kind of jumped on and come down and support me. So it's really good, really, really good.
What's the consensus from a lot of obviously your ex-football people? Does every guy in a football team think they can fight, mate? Is that
They're big and brave on a football pitch where there's a referee to stop the fights. When they get off the pitch, that's when 9 times out of 10 they scarper into the showers pretty quick. But you get the odd one in the change rooms that, yeah, if he wants to say something, there's a good chance he will back it up with something. Yeah, but it's just footballers in general, isn't it?
All right, Dave. So obviously, you've had, like I say, a fantastic following. You've been doing really well. You take on Kaz Hussein in your next fight. Kaz, very experienced, young man, very, very tough, very hard to break down. I don't need to give away any tactics, but what's your mindset coming into this fight at the moment?
After coming on the back of another experienced fight, was in Chris Lates. It's not going to be too much different. I think that Chris was a little bit more trickier. He kept switching southpaw, orthodox, and trying a few tricks, holding me and stuff like that. With Kaz, what I've seen of Kaz, he covers up, walks you down, he likes to walk you down and throw big shots. It's just patience and working really, work the body, just don't stand in front of him, make angles, which I like to do anyway, and just really work his body and really work him and see what he's like when he's being really worked.
So let me ask you the question now. If you'd have turned over a youngster when obviously you signed for Bournemouth and you were starting there, are you a different fighter now turning professional at 34 than you would have been if you'd have turned over as professional as a young man?
I'm a different fighter now than I was when I started 18 months ago when I come in the gym. If you ask anyone, Gav Jones, any lads, Paul Miles, I was like Bambi. I was bouncing around and everything like that. Now my feet are settled, I'm planted. Mikey's done a lot of work with me. The shots are more crisp. I'm not throwing 101 shots. They are more power shots and stuff now. So yeah, you can go back and say years and years ago, but I'm saying over the last 18 months there's been a massive change in progression. It's just great. Everyone's commented on how well I'm looking, so yeah, it's just good.
Alright Dave, so we've got your Twitter hand up on the screen for everyone
Yeah.
watching to be able to see, David Birmingham 13. If people want to get hold of you on Facebook as well, they can follow you, get in contact with you?
Yeah, of course they can. Yeah, just get hold of David Birmingham and send me a message and we'll sort it out.
Alright Dave, well thank you for joining us and look forward to your third win
Cheers,
on
Kev, thank
the
you.
9th of July.
Cheers.